it's basically stuck on vent. So here's the cable. This is what I'm going to replace. I'm going to use just a little screwdriver, and there's a little hole here on this side. Now this is the other end of the cable. Wow, it came off that easy. This, I want to make sure it goes all the way to defrost. Somebody's old CD mix. Nicki Minaj, Ludacris. Oh man, that was a good CD. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm in the 2007 Jeep Wrangler again, and I'm gonna fix a problem that's been plaguing me for quite some time. Right down here is the heat mode selector lever. So you can select from, you know, right now it's hot as Hades outside. So I've got it on, I got the AC on, so you might hear a little bit of that noise, but obviously the vents, then you've got the vents in the floor and defrost and defrost, and right now it's basically stuck on vents. It will go a little bit, and I can get it to the floor there, and then it's not going all the way. So I know what the first part of the problem is, and that's what a lot of you are going to see is the problem, but we need to inspect a little bit further. So we need to go a little bit deeper and make sure that the cable, so here's the cable, this is what I'm going to replace. And when I replaced the previous radio and this one, what I saw is the end of the cable is kinked and bent, so almost to 90 degrees, and that's stopping it from going through the rubber line for the cable. So this is, you know, almost a 20-year-old vehicle, but obviously this moves the selector that's behind the glove box. So what we're going to do is take this apart and then inspect that selector and make sure it doesn't need to be taken apart, lubed, or there's not a broken blend door inside. But what do we need to do to take this apart? So I think it's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to walk through real quick. First thing, this 13-inch stereo that I installed is not going to be typical. Most of you shouldn't have to take the stereo out at all if you've got a standard stereo, but I've just got 4 Phillips head screws behind here. The rest of you shouldn't have to worry about that. There's a panel here I'll take off with this little panel tool, and then this panel here has 4 7mm bolts, 2 up here, or 2 that'll be up here and 2 down there. So that's it. We also need to pull this little cover off right here. And then we'll have to open the glove box, and I'll show you that when we get there, and we'll inspect over here. But this cable is hooked here, and I'll show you how to pop this off. All right, well, our lever is right here, or I'm sorry, the cable. So here's the cable. I think you can see the cable there. Here's the new one, and if you can see this little tab here, this little piece, the C-shaped C-clip, this needs to be pushed in so I can take it out there. So let me see how I can do this. So I'm going to use just a little screwdriver, and there's a little hole here on this side. I think this should be it. Yep. It's a little tricky, but there. I don't know why that needed a little persuasion, but it did. So the glove box is not supposed to be hard to take off either. We open it here, and it's got two little tabs that you just squeeze in. That's it. And then once it comes down to a certain spot, it just pulls right out. So you don't got to worry about it tipping, falling, and everything going everywhere. What is this? Oh, look at that. We got some tanning oil spray. Didn't know that was in there. Now this is the other end of the cable. I'll show you the new cable to this clean, non-rusted clip. There's the non-clean rusted clip. Let's go ahead and take that off with a screwdriver. Wow, it came off that easy, so I just yanked it off. So here's the old one. You can see it's bent. It was bent worse. I straightened it out the best I could, but it's bent there. So now this, I want to make sure it goes all the way to defrost. So that's really the only test that you need to do. It goes extremely smoothly. If it does not transition smoothly, you see it is kind of dirty, dusty. There are this little arm, there's two other arms like that. Well, there's an arm here, another arm like that, and there's little, I don't know if you can see the metal pieces. So this little molding is a track, and these, you see they move, they control the doors inside, and those doors obviously switch back and forth to the plumbing, I guess, the vent work. So these tracks can get dirty. If you need to pull this off, it's one Phillips head screwdriver. This just pulls right out. You just give it a good yank, this pulls right out. The behind this, you can actually reach a couple fingers in, and you'll see the main door, and you can manipulate that door. I've seen on vehicles where basically this arm right on the other side of this arm has snapped, and the door doesn't move, but the arm still moves. So you just got to double check that. But yeah, that's the test. You want to crank that thing back and forth, and make sure that it works. And it works very smoothly, so I'm not concerned. So now I'm gonna fish this back through here. Make sure you fish it through. So you're gonna go under here, and then it'll get through maybe where it needs to be. There it goes. That's the right way. So the trick is going to be to twist this appropriately. Make sure it's right. So I'm going to put this one first. It's going to be easier to extend it a bit. Now this clip, you just line up. I need an extra hand for this, but it's got some barbs on it. All you gotta do is push very hard and it'll go in. That one's on. It actually wasn't that bad. I just can't hold the camera and do that at the same time. So let's see what else is down here. Oh man, look at this. Somebody's old CD mix. Why You Want a T.I., Jamie Foxx, Mary J. Blige, Chuck Brown, DMX. Nicki Minaj, Ludacris. Oh man, that was a good CD. That was a good CD. But it's clearly not here anymore. Now this one should clip in fairly easily. For the other one, I actually, you know, twisted the selector, and then it was easier to put it on, and then twisted it back. So now this one should actually be all the way. There it is. Clips on there. This should very, very easily, simply push in. That's it. We put this back together, see if we got all of our operations. Blowing over there, so feet. Now I can feel it at the, and we are all the way. So it's actually been quite some time since I've had defrost. So, well, that's it. This cable was all that it was. You know, I was prepared to take that that selector off, and again, it's just one Phillips head screw, and it just falls right off basically. And then you just have to be careful as you put those other little tabs into the tracks, because it's not necessarily simple, but it goes back together kind of intuitively. So and then if it needs to be cleaned up, and God forbid the blend doors are messed up, then you may have to take the entire dash apart. But this was it. You know, just got to be careful switching it back and forth. Don't force it. And make sure that that I'm not Hercules, and I don't mess this up. So easy fix. It's only like 20 some bucks on Amazon, so I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. But now I got to put this dash back together, put my fancy stereo back in, and park this thing. So thanks a lot, guys. Quick job, easy job. Will be, especially if you're in a cold climate and you need the air conditioner or the defrost, you need to do this. So that's all there is to it. Do the like and subscribe things that are free, and I'll catch you on the next one.